looks like some basic information on rifles. Could you please tell us how rifles started to advance through the years?
Rifle technology came over from the Chinese in roughly the Middle Ages. Gunpowder came over and it stayed the same until about the late 1700s, early to mid 1800s when you started getting repeating firearms. Around the same time as when you get all-in-one casings, you don't have to load the gun separate powder, separate projectile, everything like that. You get all-in-one casings that go into the rifle, and from there you went to repeating rifles until some of these fairly modern weapons you see before you.
Could you please tell us when the idea of a rifle barrel first came around?
During the American Revolution, there were already rifles being used. Hunters typically like to use rifles because they were very accurate over long ranges. Militaries didn't pick them up because they foul very easily and they get dirty. It took a lot of cleaning. However, the original story of rifling could be possibly an accident in one theory, where the crafting of the barrels and the twist.
Thank you for coming down here.
You're welcome. Thank
Before you go, I've got a question. How did we get from single shots to light machine guns and submachine guns?
Well, you're talking about a span of 250 years of evolution of firearms. What you see here, we have some heavy and some light machine guns here. Have some machine guns on the back, but really, when you go from the musket, the big changeover from there is to a repeating firearm. You want a repeating firearm. So what they would do is, one of the earliest ones would be like the Lebel. It's a repeating firearm where you can shoot multiple times without reloading the gun. They're bolt action, but it's a repeating firearm. From the Lebel, all you then have to do is you have to find a way to get rid of the bolt action mechanism. A lot of this is done by gas systems or short recoil. It's like the Garand M1 Garand from World War II. That is a repeating firearm that makes do of a gas system instead of a bolt to cycle. From there, you just put a larger magazine on it, and you wind up with weapons similar to these, where one pull of the trigger has a fully repeating function. Any other questions?
That'll do it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
It's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Hello, sir. Today we are going to be talking about the M1 Garand. Can you tell us a few facts about it and the history of it first?
I can. The M1 Garand is the American service rifle during World War II. It was adopted in the 1930s service trials, but competed against other weapons. And it was popular for being one of the first semi-automatic weapons fielded by any army in the world.
Why does it have a clip instead of a mag?
At that time, magazine-fed weapons were particularly rare, and they were limited to the SMG roll, as you see below it. The clip that it uses is called an en-bloc clip, and during the trials, multiple guns besides just the Garand had a clip similar to that en-bloc clip from the Garand.
How much bullets does one clip hold?
It depends on not on the Garand, but it depends on the en-bloc clip. Different rifles could carry different amounts in a similar en-bloc clip system.
Could you please tell us why it had such a long service history?
Well, because if it wasn't broke, they weren't going to fix it. When it was adopted, it was very, very powerful for its time compared to, say, rifles of the Germans and Japanese. And it continued on through Korea as well because no other rifle could do what it did better, which is semi-automatic weapon. Eventually, it was replaced by the M14, but that was much later down the road.
Why does it make the ping noise whenever you're reloading the magazine?
With the way the en-bloc clip works is you load the bullets into the clip and the clip into the gun. As you fire, the bullets strip out, and at the very last one, the clip comes out of the gun, and it's a spring type steel the clip is made of, so when it comes out, it makes a spring pinging sound, and that's why it makes the sound.
Do you know why that most rifles have bayonets?
Bayonet was a holdover from the 1800s when rifles, especially 1700s, every weapon, every long gun had a bayonet on it. It may not have been used as much in World War II or even modern day as it used to be. However, if it came to it, it was better to have a bayonet on the end of your rifle than to not have a bayonet on the end of your rifle. Anything else?
That'll do it. Thank you for telling us about the M1.
Thank you, Dale.
Thank you.
Thank you.